Hi everybody, bonjour tout le monde, how are you? J'espère que tout le monde est bien. Nous autres ici, qu'est-ce qu'on est en train de faire? On est en train de faire des petites techniques pour vous autres. It is hot out there. I hope you're all staying safe and warm, cool. I was going to say, I hope you're all staying warm. You don't want to be staying warm. You want to be staying cool. So if you guys remember what we were working on yesterday, I'm going to show you what some of them look like today. Hier, on a travaillé avec les acétates, qu'on a mis des poudres dessus avec un alcool, pas un alcool, avec un colle clair. So this is what you end up with, okay? Donc, ça, c'est maintenant le bon côté. Donc, le côté lisse, c'est le bon côté. Ceux-là, j'aime pas tellement parce que on a eu le problème que je reçois maintenant encore. J'ai une ligne que je peux pas arrêter. C'est comme un place qui bloque. Then there's this one, which came out beautiful. Ça, j'ai fait après la vidéo. So this one I did after the video. So I was going for like fiery colors. And then this one I also did after the video, and I was going for more oceany colors. Donc ceux-là, ça ressemble plus l'océan. So just look at that. Okay, really, really, really very pretty. Okay, donc voilà. And then this was that first one I showed you guys that I did, where I didn't play, I was on a different surface, j'étais sur une autre surface, donc ça bougeait un petit peu, mais pas trop. Okay, so those are ones that I've done. Then my red one, I was playing with again today a little bit. So when I turn it over, see how cool that looks? And that's red with gold. Ça, c'est mon rouge avec doré et rose que j'ai mis tout ensemble. So that one's just drying up for me. And then this one I can't move because I did it recently and I don't think it's dry yet. So I may just have to move the arm from my camera. I think that's going to be easier because this still needs to dry because you see how it's all pooling? See, I love playing with this stuff. I can still feel my glue under there. And you know me, I'm only happy when my hands are dirty. So today, aujourd'hui, je vais vous montrer une autre technique avec les paillettes. Okay, so today I'm going to show you another technique with the glitter. And just going to grab this as well, and we're going to have to move over here. So I'm going to ask Jay to move over my arm from my camera because I've got things set up here, so it's going to be easier. Easier. That's a joke, right? Because there's not really any room. Il n'y a pas de place. Mais je vais faire de la place. Okay. So, Jay. Oh. Excuse-moi, il est avec des clients. Donc, il faut que moi, je le fais tout de suite moi-même. So, I'm going to do it holding the camera as much as possible. Oh, Tanya. Okay, hi, Tanya. So, Tanya was asking questions about our foiling video. I'm going to look at you guys for this. So, Tanya was asking questions about our foiling video. So, it appears the adhesive that I used, la colle 3D adhesive, il dit que ça dure pour 12 mois. Puis, elle a dit qu'elle va pas utiliser tant que ça en 12 mois. Okay? So, Tanya was pointing out that she doesn't think she'd do that much foiling in 12 months. So, here's a couple of suggestions. Firstly, Tanya, the 3D adhesive is an adhesive. So, you could use it for the technique I did yesterday with the glitters. You could use it when you need a chunky adhesive. You can use it through a stencil and then foil or just paint. But everything, so the glue is not just for that one technique. It was just a glue that I could use for that technique. And as for the Judikins sticky stuff, Tanya, we've carried that for years. We do have it. We also have bonding powder from Wow. Donc, le sticky stuff, au moment, celle que j'ai en stock, c'est celle de Ranger, mais c'est un poudre d'embosser. Donc, ce que vous faites, vous étampez avec votre embossing ink et tes étampes. Tu le mets la poudre dessus, puis tu le chauffes. So, almost like an embossing powder, tu le chauffes et ça va fondre. Et après que c'est refroidir, vous pouvez mettre le foil dessus et faites ça aussi. So, sticky stuff is an embossing powder that has glue in it, okay? Wow makes one called bonding powder. Stempendous makes one, I forget the name. Judikins makes one, sticky stuff. And Ranger, who licensed Judikins, also makes sticky stuff embossing powder. So Tanya, those are already available in the store and they do work for foiling, okay? Donc, ce que je vais voulu montrer quand j'ai fait mon foil est que vous pouvez faire avec des choses que vous avez déjà. So I was just showing people that you could use what you have already. So any adhesive that you have that works with flakes and that dries the least bit tacky, you can use with foil. So I was just more or less talking about the difference in the foils and things like that. Okay, so on our site, Tanya, I would look it up by typing in sticky stuff, okay? And that should bring you to the powder. If it doesn't, let us know afterwards. All right, guys, so another technique, which we've done before, and is fun to do, une autre technique que j'ai déjà faite, ça fait des années, mais qui est tellement fun. Puis quand j'ai suivi mon petit cours avec Jamie Rogers de Creative Expressions, c'est lui qui fait toutes ces beaux poudres-là. Donc, quand j'ai fait le cours avec lui, il m'a fait souvenir d'une technique qu'on a faisait depuis un bout de temps. So ever since I retook this class with all the powders with Jamie Rogers, and he's the gentleman who developed these powders and the color choices, ever since I took his class, it made me remember this technique, and I wanted to make sure when I had all the powder colors in that I did it with you guys. Okay, this is me moving my arm so that you guys can watch me, okay? So, I'm going to put you guys up in the, let's turn the camera. I'm going to put you guys up in here. Now, I should, because I'm standing today, I should still be able to see you guys. And you should be able to see me. So what I have here is I have shaving cream, la crème à barbe. I have an old credit card. I have a marbling tool, which for me is just a plastic knife. I have powders. I have watercolors. J'ai les poudres, les aquarelles. And I have a little bit of warm water next to me. Okay, give me a second. I'm coming right back. I just want to grab the other colors of powders. Okay. So, j'ai cherché les autres couleurs des poudres. Comme ça, il ne faut pas juste utiliser 3. Nous autres, on a fait ça comme une technique, le National Scrapbook Day. Puis tout le monde l'a adoré. So, I'm just going to grab some more paper. A bunch. Because this is so fun. It's addictive. So, I just keep doing more and more of it. Then, I'm going to grab the Luscious powders. Donc, je vais essayer ça avec les Luscious powders aussi. Okay? So, I think I have everything that I could possibly need here. So, you notice I had to have the flowers facing the right way. Il faut que les fleurs sont de bonne façon. Comme ça, était ridicule. All right. So I went to the dollar store and I bought just cheapest shaving cream that they had there. So I'm going to put it in a contenant. You could do this on a baking tray. You can do it right on your mat. You can do it on whatever you want. You just need this to spread out. You want a nice even surface of your shaving cream. Crème à barbe, ou comme moi je l'appelle avant, crème à la barbe, pour ma belle France. So the first time I did this technique online, I just kept saying crème à la barbe, like crème à la sucre. And it got to be our thing. So for the longest time, it was going to be crème à la barbe. Mais je sais le bon nom, mais c'est plus amusant de faire la mauvaise nom. Et pour mon amie France, elle m'avait dit que maintenant, pour elle, ça va toujours crème à la barbe. So, doesn't it make it sound like something you could eat? So it makes it fun. So it's really crème à barbe, and then I would say it in, you know, my broken French, crème à la barbe, and it became a thing because it really was being said wrong. But for my fans, which are you guys just went along with it and just adapted the word. Comme les bébêtes, c'est crème à la barbe. All right, so just so that you do know that I know the real name. Donc, je vais choisir quelques couleurs. Donc, j'ai mon shaving cream très spécial, not. Maintenant, je trouve mes poudres. Je vais le mettre des couleurs de poudre que j'aime, which is all of them. I have to say, I have been playing with these, and I'm loving all the colors. I don't care. I'm not showing any preference to one over another. Okay. I just keep pouring them in. So I've been having so much fun playing with this on the acetate and then playing with it here. Très, très, très joli. Je l'aime. Let's put a little copper happening in here. Ça, c'est un peu comme un cuivre. Be careful, because this one is copper splash, mais je trouve que copper splash puis boulevard lights, il l'air presque la même chose. So make sure you know which one's which. And si tu vois, toute la poudre va ici à cause de l'air climatisé. So all my powder is going all over the place, and I'm wasting some only because of the air conditioning. Okay, now, believe it or not, you know, when you shave, you use water. So we're going to put some water on top of here because we need that for our powders. Okay, and then I'm going to take my very fancy marbling tool, très spécial, dollard-des-ormeaux. J'ai une centaine pour $2. Okay, très spécial, précieux. So this one's precious. I got 100 of them at the dollar store for like $2. So you can tell it's a very, very elegant crafting tool. And now I'm going to marble. Now, first of all, I used to make marble cake tout le temps because I just love marbling. It was just so much fun. So I'm totally enjoying this and don't want to stop, even though I should, so that you guys could really see these colors. Okay, so there. Now, ce que j'ai réalisé est que vous pouvez faire la même technique avec les aquarelles. Et je trouve que, à cause que les aquarelles sont plus intenses, je trouve que la couleur transfère beaucoup plus et beaucoup plus vite. All right, so I find that because these are powders that need to be activated by the water versus watercolor, liquid watercolor, you'll get a lot more punch of color with the liquid watercolors, which I will show you after. Okay, so for the moment, maintenant, on prend un papier. Does anybody want to investigate? You see, it's the same on both sides. Il est complètement vide. Okay, completely empty, we all agree. Now watch the magic. Nothing up my sleeve.
Do we know when we're getting them?
Within the month.
Not for BC.
I don't live in BC.
Oh.
Okay.
I am in St. Lazare.
Voila. So here goes.
But they were very popular by 16.
All right. And what, how does it happen?
Okay. So you can see how the color has been picked up here. All right. I'm going to let that sit for a minute. Il faut pas nécessairement, mais comme je veux prendre un autre, je vais le faire. And I wonder if it makes it any different if I wet the paper a little. I saw that lovely gold there and I really wanted it. Okay. Donc tu peux faire plus qu'une si vous avez des couleurs que tu l'aimes. And now I'm going to pull this one off. See, I'm not getting nearly as much as I do. And I'm going to leave that one there, and I'm going to put my powder aside, my shaving cream aside. OK. Maintenant, un autre outil très élégant. OK. Donc, un couteau palette, un carte de crédit, un scraper, n'importe quoi. So we'll take the first one first. So here we go. Voila. So look at that beautiful background we make. Okay. So like I said, this is not going to be as chargé as one you do with liquid watercolor because the powder does not become one with it. Mais encore, on peut voir les paillettes. So you can also see all that beautiful glitter. Okay. So voila, there's one. Et la deuxième qu'on a fait tout de suite après. So I've got just warm water next to me here that I keep rinsing my stuff on. So it's nothing secret. There's no magic there, just water. Et voilà. Donc on enlève et voilà. It's ready to use. Okay? So there is your background. Now, before I was playing with different colors, so I'll show you a few backgrounds I did. Je vais vous montrer juste quelques fonds que j'ai fait avant avec mes bleus puis mes roses. Okay? So I marbled blue and pink. Look at that. Okay? Donc ça, c'est ceux-là que j'ai fait avant. Je pense que ça, c'est la quatrième que j'ai pris. But then this was using watercolor. Okay? And I used a lot of watercolor. Donc ça, c'était les aquarelles et la poudre, les deux ensemble. Okay? So really a very cool technique. Let's look at the difference. So I only have 3 colors of watercolor, liquid watercolor next to me. Donc, j'ai seulement 3 couleurs à côté de moi. I wonder, did I get any more from Brutus Monroe? I don't think so. I'll show you. Ça, c'est les couleurs que j'ai faites avant pour mon bleu puis mon rouge. So I'm going to show you that. So I'm going to take another plate. I could go rinse those, mais après. Je vais prendre une autre assiette. Je mets encore mon crème à la barbe ou crème à barbe. Okay. And I'm going to take this again. Okay. So again, just a little flat. I mean, I'm using a lot more than I need to. On avait fait ça sur un petit assiette l'autre fois à National Scrapbook Day. But I just want to really show it to you, so I'm not paying attention. Je fais pas l'attention à combien je le mettre. So the other thing, anything watercolor you'd be able to add to here. So Tim Holtz, his dye inks, his re-inkers, any of those you could definitely use. Diane shimmer sprays, you could definitely use. Oh, we wanted to try the Luscious powders too. Okay, so first I'm going to show you avec les aquarelles. So these are just liquid watercolor. Mais en même temps, tu peux prendre tes aquarelles, okay? You could also take, you can take these and you can flick it on here, okay? Avec un pinceau, je vais le faire plus liquide. So any watercolors. J'ai un pinceau ici, so any watercolors. I could take this and just drop it on. Okay, so I could really, I could just put a bunch of this watercolor on. I can go into this color now, and I can, I'm trying to get it to drip without putting the black in there. Okay, mais tellement juteux, je peux ajouter toute mon encre, ce que je veux, juste comme ça. Okay, so you can just spatter, you can spatter your paint on there. Okay, so here I have some pink and red. I'm gonna add now red watercolor. Okay, so just a couple of drops of red watercolor parce que sont plus intenses que nos poudres. And then I'm gonna put some orange on. Let's make some like fiery color. Okay, so a little bit of orange. Whoops, that's a lot of bit of orange. Okay, so again, all I'll do is marble this. On a utilisé, je pense qu'en a fait à National Scrapbook Day, on a utilisé des bâtons pour le café. I feel we need another color in here. Let's see. We're gonna marble that up. Okay. Oh, I love marbling. It's therapeutic, guys. If you've never tried it, definitely. And red and yellow will make some orange, so we'll end up with orange in here too. So, j'ai laissé un peu de la couleur très intense, puis un peu d'autre blendé. So, the more you have it blended, probably the more you're going to see it. So, the more color you have where you put your paper, le plus de couleur que tu l'as où tu places ton papier, il va être la plus, probablement le plus intense. So, let's have a look. We're going to put this guy in here. Okay. Nothing special, c'est papier ordinaire. And look how yummy. So I'm going to leave that there and I'm going to pull one more. Un autre papier. So, voila. Could you use alcohol inks for this technique? I don't think so, Suzanne. I think the nature of alcohol inks would just make all the shaving cream, that's the word. I think it would kind of eat away at the shaving cream. I haven't tried it, so I can't say 100%, but that's what it would go on in my head. So that's what I would think, but I have not tried it. Look at that. Okay, so that's going to be really yummy. I have nowhere else to put these plates. All right, it's going to go over there. So now, okay, that doorbell is new, guys. It's new here. Okay, voila. So now, it's like magic. Look at that. Doesn't it just look magical? Incredible how that works. It is just, I mean, an easy way to marble your own paper. Il y a beaucoup de monde qui achète toutes sortes de produits pour faire marbrer les papiers. Et voilà, tu peux le faire juste avec des produits que tu l'as déjà, que tu l'aimes. So people spend lots of money on art supplies. So isn't it nice to know that we can expand it and we could do different things with it? Because look at that. That is just a background of a card, just asking for, you know, some love. So let's go on to this one now. And let's see. Et on a utilisé les mêmes couleurs, toutes la même, mais chaque fois, on va avoir un look différent. Okay? So, just beautiful. La seule chose que j'ai pas essayé encore, que j'aime vraiment essayer, est si on peut faire un dessin nous-mêmes dans la crème à la barbe. Donc, si on peut faire des petits cœurs ou quelque chose comme ça, et ça va apparaître. So, I do want to play with that. I know I've done this with stencils. J'ai fait un vidéo, ça fait 2 ans, 3 ans. About 3 years ago, I did a Technique Tuesday. And I know that I did the shaving cream technique. And I used stencils. We used all different kinds of things. But here I really wanted to show you the powders. So now we're going to try the Luscious powders. And what if we take them and add them on top here? So I'm going to take a paintbrush, hopefully not covered in shaving cream. Okay. And I'm going to put some of the Luscious powder. Okay. Je vais mettre un peu de la poudre. That's so, I mean, this is pure mica powder, okay? So, we'll see si on fait une comparaison de ces produits. Et oui, je sais, je vais le mettre une couleur par-dessus d'autres. So, it might not work, but you know me, I'm going to try. Nobody's going to tell me no yet. OK. Donc, on va essayer ça. Et mon eau. Après ça, je vais les marbrer. Okay, and we'll see, even if we keep some of the yellow in there, si on va voir le mica. So now I just want to know if we're going to see the mica in there. Let's bring in some of that yummy red. Okay, and you could keep adding color. You could really, vous pouvez continuer à ajouter de couleurs, pas de problème, mais quand tu arrives à une place tu l'aimes, tu l'arrêtes. So, I'm going to go for this. That looks yummy to me. So, on va voir si ça fait une différence d'avoir la poudre mica. All right. So, welcome to anybody who just stumbled upon us today. We're having a playtime, okay? And I'm the only one who gets to get dirty. I'm sorry. But you could do this at home afterwards and do the same thing. Donc, il n'est vraiment pas nécessaire de laisser, mais si tu veux attendre 1 minute environ avant de l'enlever, ça donne peut-être un peu plus de temps pour que le papier absorbe la couleur, mais vraiment, j'ai pas vu une grosse différence en attendant. So, you can wait about a minute in case the paper is going to absorb any more of that beautiful color. But I found that I didn't notice a huge difference. So I'm just going to take it off. The shaving cream is coming off. Voila. And voila. So we don't see a lot of the Luscious powders, but I do see them. Tu vois? Je vois le mica là, but it's very subtle, okay? And that's because these colors were already so, I want to say advanced, but they were so strong. Okay, but look at these. Il va avoir jamais deux qui sont exacts. So if you fall in love with one, too bad. Any paper, yes. I've even seen people use printer paper, okay? So I went and looked up something on YouTube to make sure what I was doing could be done with the powders. And I saw people using printer paper. So you could use whatever paper you want. It doesn't have to be watercolor. It doesn't have to be a thick cardstock. C'est vraiment comme tu le veux. So it's really as you wish. And like I said, you don't even have to use a ton of shaving cream like I'm using. Okay, we're going to do one more plate. One more plate. Oh, you know what? It's killing me. Look at how much color I have here. Et vraiment, la couleur est incroyable. But yeah, no, we're going to lose it all. So, oh well. Bye-bye. Et je nettoie encore mon outil, très important. Now, let's experiment. Let's see what would happen. On va faire l'envers de ça. So let's say I start with the paper on the bottom. Again, je ne sais pas si ça va marcher, on va voir. This could be a huge fail, and you know I hate to fail you guys, mais j'ai pas eu la chance de tester avant. So I'm putting that there, and now I'm putting down my shaving cream. Okay? And I'm going to spread my shaving cream equal over my paper. Je pense pas que ça va marcher, mais on va voir. Je fais une couche pas si épais, but still thick. Okay? So you know where I'm going with this, but I don't know if it's going to work. Okay? So I'm sure you figured out where I'm going. So now I'm just going to use the watercolor because it's faster. Look at this color. Oh, I love it. And that is pearlized. That is just magnificent. Okay, and then I am going to marble that in. So I am going to, see, I don't think it's going to go down far enough to the paper. Je pense pas que ça va aller si loin pour arriver à le papier. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that into my paper, qui est en dessous. But you bet your hiney I am not losing that. Donc, je vais prendre un autre papier parce que je veux pas perdre cette beau bleu. Je vais mettre ça par-dessus. So at least if I fail, I only fail on one sheet of paper. Okay? Donc, je fais ça avec ma première. And then, what I'm going to do is I am going to scrape this off. You see, it doesn't transfer. Okay, so you live and learn. My goodness, my water is so foamy à cause de la crème à barbe. So, you failed me once. It's not terrible. Or I failed you guys. You see? Il n'y avait pas assez pour faire plus qu'une petite image dessus. So that didn't work. Okay? Note to self. Ça marche pas. Now I'm going to take off on here. And this one did work. Just look at that color. Just beautiful. Okay, so what do you guys think? Are you going to try this even though it's messy? Est-ce que vous allez essayer ça? Oh, I cannot tell you what this bucket of water looks like. Just complete shaving cream. Okay, so the last test I want to try, and I'm going to do this with a stencil. Et comme j'ai dit, j'avais pas assez de temps de faire la recherche dessus, is this one here. I am going to fill one more plate, un autre assiette. C'est bon que ça venu 12 dans le paquet. I'm going to put a little bit more shaving cream, not a ton. I go a little heavy with the shaving cream sometimes. C'est pas nécessaire. Okay, so I've got my shaving cream. Next, I'm going to put in my watercolors, or my powders, or a little bit of both. So, we're going to take a little bit of yellow again, because that looked so pretty. Okay, on va prendre un petit peu de le rouge. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't have done the red. I should have done the blue with the yellow. Ah, note to self. Je vais le faire ça la prochaine fois. And I'm going to take a little bit of pink, I think. A rose. Dans mon poudre. Okay. So that I'll still have some glitter as well. Okay. Maintenant, un peu d'eau pour mes poudres. Et maintenant, je fais mon marbré. So now I'm going to marble this yumminess. Oh, that looks delicious. That is going to be so intense. Loving it. Okay. Ooh, I like that. Okay. So now, what I want to try, ce que je veux essayer, c'est de prendre un pochoir. Not that one because it's too foamy. Donc, de prendre un pochoir, mets par-dessus, okay? And then put our paper. And see if we can get the stencil. Okay? Now, I think I pushed the stencil down too far, but we'll see. On va checker. All right. The big reveal. Maybe I'll leave it for a second. No. Ce que j'aime de ça est qu'il ne faut pas attendre. So this one's not going to work because I put the stencil too far down in there. But I wonder if I can pick up any of that. Donc, on va voir si je peux ramasser un petit peu de la motif ici. Je pense pas, mais who knows? All right, so on the first one, before I look at that, where's my credit card? So we don't get the stenciled image, okay? So, on voit pas le plioir. Et comme j'ai dit, j'ai pensé qu'on va pas le voir parce que j'ai mis trop profond dans la crème à barbe. But just look at how each page comes out different. So what do we have here? Yeah, we didn't pick that up. Thought maybe, but we couldn't. It was too far gone. I'm sorry. Oh, we got a bit of it. Look at that. Oh, I'm going to show that to you. So we did pick up some of it. You see that? So it just gave me a whole other kind of look. So also pretty cool. So I hope you guys are learning something here. Anything that you have at home, like I said, Tim, if you have favorite colors in Distress Oxide, si vous avez des préférences en pas oxyde, dans la encre Distress, vous pouvez mettre ça. And I wonder, do I have my alcohol inks close by? J'aimerais bien tester ce que Suzanne m'a demandé. J'ai pas mes encres alcool proches à moi, donc je peux pas le faire au moment. So the only other thing I can imagine that might make that work with the stencil, and I'm sure I'm just doing one step wrong, okay? C'est probablement juste une étape que je manque. So I'm going to try one other. And that is going to be, I don't want it red. Okay. That is going to be putting this down. And this time I'm going to marble the blue and the yellow. Et je vais essayer une autre chose avec le pochoir que je vais nettoyer vite. OK. Je vais le mettre la bleue qui brille. This beautiful blue from Brutus Monroe. And then I'm going to take our orangey yellow and put it here. Okay. I'm going to marble that again with my fancy tool. Oh, look at that nice green we're getting. That's how you get green, guys. Just take some blue and some yellow. Okay? So you can marble as much as you want. La plume marbrée, ça va être sur ton papier. So the more you marble, the more marbled it's going to be on your paper. That's the only difference, okay? So if you want to see the colors intense, you'll stop. If you want them to blend more, you're going to keep going, okay? So, last try with the stencil. And this stencil is covered in red, so we're not going to use that. I'm going to use this one, okay? And I'm going to put it on, but I'm not going to press. And let's see, c'est le dernier essai avec un pochoir, puis après ça, je fais une annonce. So we're going to do it that way, so that the color comes through the stencil, hopefully, onto the paper. On va voir si ça marche. Okay, we should take odds. Who thinks it's going to work? Anybody? Let's see. Let's see. Do we think that's going to work? Ou est-ce qu'il faut le sécher comme ça? Nobody would mind getting shaving cream in the mail. Ça sent bon, okay? On peut sentir en arrière de le magasin seulement la crème à la barbe. Crème à barbe. Okay, so let's see. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Can we get our stenciled image? Look at that. So the secret was, le secret est de pas peser sur ton pochoir avant de mettre ton papier. So look at that. Cool, eh? So our big mystery was to put the stencil down first, then push your paper into the color with the stencil. So the mistake I made before was putting it too far down so that the color didn't come up through the stencil. Okay? Donc ça, c'est probablement la seule façon de le faire. Because now que it's deep in there, I can push it further, but I'm not sure that I will get the same kind of color. And you know what? It's not that dirty of a project to do. So même ceux qui aiment pas être sale, it smells better than it is dirty. So if that makes sense. Okay. So again, it looks like it might. Okay. Looks like it might. So the main thing is don't press on your stencil until your paper's down. Voila. And it worked again. Yahoo! We got it, guys. Ça, c'est la recette. So, you see, I feel I can end there because we got it to work. So, I'm just going to wipe my hands, and then I'm going to take my phone, et je vais vous parler de nos boîtes mystères. All right, guys? Jay, are you ready to put them up as soon as I get off the video?
I think I can swing that.
Okay, guys. Jay est prête à mettre les boîtes mystères sur le site aussitôt que je finis mon vidéo. Okay? So, hi, guys. Okay, so we had some good success there, right? I mean, we have some gorgeous backgrounds now that we could work with. So that is another technique to do with the powders and with watercolors, How are acetates drying over here? Let's just have a look. Oh, can you see all that beautiful glitter? And if you don't have glamour dust, c'est une paillette qui est très, très, très fine. It's very, very fine. So look at that. I keep sprinkling some on. Hier, j'ai mis mon col. Et tout de suite après, j'ai mis le glamour dust. Et après ça, les couleurs. And that was what I did on the red. No. Je l'ai fait ça sur celle-ci. Et c'est pour cette raison, on voit toutes sortes de brillances. Une brillance iridescente, une brillance dorée, parce que j'ai utilisé le doré, et la brillance de la couleur bleue aussi. All right, so really cool. And actually, the 3D adhesive also dries clear. Le colle 3D adhesive, I believe it dries clear as well. So you might even be able to use that on here. So lots and lots of fun. All right, guys. Who's ready for a pizza box sale? We've got 30. J'ai 30 boîtes de pizza. Okay? C'est $35. And I'll just give you a sneak peek. It is full. It is full. There's lots and lots of stuff in there. Okay? Juste une set d'étampes qui est inclus à une valeur de 35 US. Okay? Et ça, c'est juste une étampe. There are times you might see something you've gotten before. I'm sorry. I mean, sometimes I have fillers and I just need to put something in. Just gift it to someone for Christmas. On essaie la plupart de mettre toujours des nouveautés, mais des fois, j'en ai une ou deux qui se traînent d'une autre boîte. So if you get something for a second time, also, sometimes in the box, I'll put items comme j'ai mis des marqueurs qui en tient plus, mais c'est fun de jouer avec puis l'essayer pour le voir si c'est quelque chose que tu l'aimes. So we got lots and lots and lots of great stuff in there. So we have 30. On a une trentaine de boîtes. Elles sont des surprises et on va les vendre tout de suite après la vidéo. So $35 pour toute la boîte. Okay, Jay's going to put it up now. And did I have anything else? Demain, c'est jeudi. Pour ceux qui aiment les Copics, okay, just to show you. If you're missing any Copics, they're probably here, okay? Ça, c'est toutes les Copics que je viens de recevoir. So if anybody needs Copic, by tomorrow, they should all be up on the site. So I got every color we were missing, or just about. Donc, si vous manque les Copics, c'est le temps de prendre votre inventaire parce qu'on vient de recevoir un nouveau batch. OK, tout le monde. Donc, je dis bonsoir à vous autres, puis à demain à 4 heures. So I'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Love you all. Bye.